Very important, Michelle. You would know that thousands and thousands of, emerging farmers and small-scale sugarcane farmers in the Gingindlovu area and the whole northern part of KwaZulu-Natal, have converged here in Gingindlovu, as, the Department of Agriculture, Land Reform, and Rural Development hands out, equipment that will assist, emerging farmers, But to tell us more about why was it critical to roll out this program here, we are joined by the Minister, Minister Thoko Didiza. Thank you very much for your time. Why was it so important to come and offer support to small-scale farmers who are in the sugar industry, which becomes a highly regulated industry?
It was very important that we're here today to celebrate with the sugar farmers, particularly the small-scale sugar farmers, because the milestone that have happened, the signing of the regulation that now makes South African small-scale sugarcane farmers part and parcel of the sugar industry, is what we're celebrating today. You'd know that in terms of the Sugar Act, it did not accommodate these farmers before, which is why in 2015 they actually walked out of SASSA and went to Parliament to argue for the amendment of the Sugar Act as well as the regulations which will then immerse them in this industry as equal partners. And that is what has happened today. But what is also critical is that SASSA, in accepting SAFTA as a full member, have actually given them, the tools that they can assist them, such as the yellow fleet that we see here today that is also being unveiled. As the Department of Agriculture, we will be handing over 7 farmer production support units, which is infrastructure with mechanization for supporting sugar farmers, both here in KwaZulu-Natal and in Mpumalanga.
The issue of market, the issue of sugar mills, mainly in the province of KwaZulu-Natal, you would have incidences where sugar farmers would queue for days on end trying to get into the sugar mill, to deliver their produce. Will we see that change? Because it affects the whole value chain.
Certainly, we will see that changing. It has already been changing as a result of the work that we did in the development of the Sugar Master Plan, which brings all the players together, the millers and the farmers, as well as the beverages and confectionaries. But more importantly, that master plan looks ahead on how we can continue to actually strengthen this industry, not only dependent on sugar for consumption, but also the downstream industry, such as the use of sugar for energy purposes, particularly ethanol as part of the biofuels, or even your bakasi for energy, and molasses that is actually used also in the industry of agriculture. So all of these, it's part of looking ahead and saying, how can we manage the global markets and their impact in the sugar industry by actually looking at other uses of sugar in our local economy.
The other concern is inclement weather conditions, that at times, our farmers would, plant large hectares of sugarcane, and then rains would come, affecting the integrity of their produce. How is your department assisting small-scale farmers to withstand changing weather patterns, as you know that we are faced with global warming?
Well, the issue of climate change, which actually manifests itself in inclement weather patterns, has actually necessitated us to come up with the response strategy on how we can do things differently. But also, how can we strengthen our infrastructure in a manner that will respond to the climate change? From an agricultural point, through Agricultural Research Council, we have actually been working at various areas, such as the new seed varieties that can actually withstand drought, and also looking at climate smart technologies that can actually assist farmers to actually contend with the current weather patterns.
Thank you very much, Minister.
Thank you.
Well, that is the Minister for Agriculture, Land Reform and Rural Development, Thoko Didiza, saying that they are offering much needed support to up and coming and small scale farmers, particularly in the sugar industry, which has been highly regulated for the longest of time. With that, it's back to you, Michelle.